Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Stefanie Drysdale's Cybersecurity Recap number 37 for Friday, September 18th, 2020. Ms. Stefanie, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Chuck. How are you?
Good. We're in the home stretch for 2020, aren't we? My gosh, I'll be glad when this is over.
You and me both, kiddo, but yeah. So I've got a lot of ground to cover today, so I'm going to be a little bit fast, if that's all right with you. First of all, this week kicks off, the 21st kicks off GSX week for ASIS. So I'm super, super excited about that. I would be even more excited if I could see all of you in person. But outside of that, Chuck, you're going to be helping us stay in touch and watching and listening to one another and keeping the information going, are you not?
Doing the same thing I always do, but all virtual this year. We have several big companies lined up to do live interviews during the webinar. And I'm also at the same time recording and pre-recording the Women in Security series, which will come out in October. So a lot of stuff going on. Freeman, the people that run a lot of the conventions, are helping us with this cyber event, and we're very excited about it. I think it's going to be great.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, we're looking forward to it. So this week, Prescient announced our newest advisory board member. We are so thrilled to have Steve Bernard bringing his wisdom and his experience from his very respected career in security and risk to our team. So very great things to come. Welcome, Steve. And for my compliance pros, Prescient also announced this week our alliance with GAN Integrity, which is going to further enhance our third-party due diligence by leveraging some ongoing monitoring and risk ranking along with some workflow management capabilities. So we're very excited about that. Bob Carver this week shared a dark reading article that announced Zoom's decision to add two-factor authentication to all of its users' platforms. Really cool. We can use authentication apps like Google or Microsoft authenticators, as well as free OTP. Also, you can use verification codes like SMS messaging or a phone call. So very excited about that. Michael Oberlander shared a CISO Online article that highlighted the 12 types of hackers and how they will harm you. Everyone from the kid in the parent's basement to the nation state hacker. It distinguished the difference between the types of attacks that each tend to use, as well as ways to recognize and protect against each of those types of attacks. Lots of talk this week about TikTok, from tasking Oracle with its security stamp to today's announcement that as of this Sunday, this administration has now banned it, as well as WeChat from app stores in the US. So currently downloaded versions of TikTok will still work potentially until November 12th. But it will prevent updated versions and maintenance and new downloads. WeChat will be more heavily impacted immediately, making it illegal to host and transfer internet traffic. That's the same thing that will happen on November 12th for TikTok if a deal with Oracle can't save it. So let's hope that that happens. I know a lot of you guys love your TikTok. This week, Julie Taylor shared a New York Times article that discussed the Netflix series, The Social Dilemma. I myself did watch this social media from the perspective of its creators and engineers and the people who monetized the platform initially. Regardless of your thoughts on this, I think it's a really fascinating study in human nature, as it's given a new medium in the cyber world and social media. So more than ever stresses our individual responsibilities and awareness to throttle those external influences, as well as collective protections for those who would intentionally exploit or cause harm, or maybe those who are a little too young to know the difference. So definitely catch that. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you all thought of it. So the National Cybersecurity Center in the UK published Keeping Your Smartphones and Tablets Safe, 5 tips. The 5 tips they got were really simple, but really important to remember. Good stuff. One is switch on your password protection. I like a password manager. You guys know that. 2, make sure that the lost and stolen devices can be tracked, locked, and wiped. So that's really important to brick your phone, be able to brick it remotely if it gets stolen or lost. 3, keep the device updated. 4, keep the apps updated. And 5, don't connect to unknown Wi-Fi. You guys know about this. Wi-Fi is just like, someone else's stuff and they get to see everything you're doing. VPNs can kind of help with this, but it's just a better rule of thumb to use your own data. Make sure you have plenty of it. Lots of awards and recognition for so many in my network this week, from IFSEC, Global CISO 100, Cybersecurity Woman of the Year. Very, very proud to be connected with all of you people and learn from you. So congrats to all nominated and given recognition this year. It's well deserved. So Alan Alford shared a Forbes article this week showing more evidence that diversity is not a touchy-feely issue, but a business imperative. Aside from the obvious ethical implications and importance with equity and dignity for everyone, the studies confirm that diverse companies produce more revenue, roughly 19% more. So if there was ever any kind of doubt that that was the right path to take and any kind of pushback on anyone's part, that'll hopefully at least give you yet another reason to make sure that that's a priority. So this week, Joe Oliveras shared a reminder that CSOs and deputies are eligible to apply for membership in ASIS's CISO Center. This is an absolute dream team of professionals to collaborate and exchange ideas with. With COVID isolation, it's more important than ever that we stay connected with one another and that we are able to share support and knowledge. And that group is a wealth of that knowledge. So make sure you check that out if that's your position. And I'm sure they would welcome another contributor. Heath Renfro shared a ZDNet article. This is kind of groundbreaking. It's the first reported death following a ransomware attack. It was at a German hospital. A woman was being taken by ambulance to a facility that she needed to be rerouted because they were suffering under a ransomware attack. Unfortunately, she didn't make it, and this could definitely set a new precedent that the German officials are looking at a murder charge in addition to the cybercrime charges. So cyber criminals, the stakes are getting higher all the time. Hospitals, healthcare facilities, make sure that your IT networks are protected, you have failover, you have the support you need to keep functioning because it is definitely becoming a very dangerous game. And that's what I have for you all this week. I hope everyone is well, and I look forward to seeing a lot of you at GSX stuff next week. Obviously, feel free to comment and chime in, and we will look forward to seeing you next Friday.